Welcome back to our Cross Canada tour. This is now episode 41, part 1 of day 28. Josh and I have been rather busy with work. Josh got a new job, and unfortunately he came down with a cold. And that means you're still stuck with me, so I'll try to do the best that I can. In this episode, we resume our Cross Canada tour, and before we get into the details, I have to admit that both Josh and I really underestimated Northern Ontario. It was a very difficult bike route. I was completely and totally unprepared and totally out of shape. And the hills and valleys, the elevation really humbled us. It was a very difficult trip, but it was very rewarding. Nevertheless, after the rain day at West Hawk Lake, Josh and I resumed our Cross Canada tour at the Ontario border. But we first had to get to the Ontario border, and we had to bike 7 to 8 kilometers out of West Hawk Lake to the Ontario border. Once we got to the Ontario border, we quickly made our way to the city of Kenora, Ontario, where this episode comes to an end. Enjoy. We're leaving West Hawk Lake. I'm going to make it to Kenora, hopefully, just by noon or just after noon, and we'll take it from there.
We are negative into the ride because we're not even at the border yet, so that's where the ride truly begins.
Yeah. We were gonna bike into Kenora yesterday, but it was just pouring rain, so we decided to come back 6 kilometers to West Hawk Lake, camp here for the night, wait out the rain, because it poured pretty much all afternoon, and it let up for about 4 hours and poured again all night. So hopefully the weather's good, starting to break up, starting to see some blue sky, and this is the seasonal camping to our right. We're coming out of West Hawk, which is a good hill to come out of. It's a pretty steep grade, so that's how we're beginning our trip to probably Ottawa this year. We'll see how far we get.
It's an adventure, you never know.
Okay, Lions Lake, we passed this last time on our last episode, and you can see 486 kilometers into Manitoba, and I think we only have about 4 or 5 more to go to the border. Here we are at Highway 1. We're going to take it slow, Josh, because it's wet and slippery. Here we are coming downhill out of West Hawk Lake and biking to Kenora. You can see it right now. Kenora is 40 kilometers. Thunder Bay is 540. I got that right this time, I think. 540. We are just crossing the Manitoba border again, because we had to backtrack yesterday because of the downpour we experienced. But there's the Canada's Heart is Calling Center. The Manitoba Center is an information center. you can see the Manitoba sign on the other side of the highway. I think we're going to try to get a photo of this. Got a mosquito on your cheek. There we are, Manitoba. We're just leaving. Awesome.
Since we did not get a photo of the Manitoba border sign last year, we decided to cross the highway to get this photo.
Mosquitoes are bad today. We're back at the Ontario Border Park. So now it's really zero, hey Josh?
Yeah, now it's zero.
This is where we left off a year ago. And what, 3 weeks? A year and 4 weeks?
Something like that.
Yeah, so here we are again. Welcome to Ontario. Go, up to the sign. Welcome to Ontario. Awesome.
Here we are, back at the Ontario border where we ended our trip last year.
Alrighty. We are leaving the Ontario Border Park and coming into Kenora. So this is our first stride into Ontario. A little tight against this guardrail, Josh, so be careful. Warned about falling rocks here. Oh wow, look at the lake. Look at the water coming off those rocks. I don't know if that's an artesian well or if that's runoff from the rain last night. Who knows? But it's so beautiful in here. Granite Lake. Obviously, we're getting close to Kenora, and it hasn't been a bad day so far. A bit of cloud and sun. Almost a 50k bike ride into Kenora from West Hawk Lake. There should be a sign up here pretty soon. Alright, there it is, Highway 17 again, coming into Kenora. Boy, this 17 that goes into Kenora, it's a long route. The exit is about 10 kilometers to the west of Kenora. Yeah, there's 17 again. All right, we're gonna hit Kenora in 3 kilometers. Oh, we made it, Josh. City of Kenora, 15,500. Get going, hurry it up. I'm gonna crash into you. Oh, yeah, there it is. Welcome, Kenora, Lake of the Woods. Awesome. Awesome.